Today at Magnify BBS we learned something. We learned two different things in our BBS today. I'll share a couple things we learned today in the BBS. And maybe if I can find my Bible, I'll probably, um, if I can find my Bible, I'll probably get a verse from Mark here. Or maybe I'll look up the verse from Mark for you. But first, so the first thing we learned about comes from the book of Mark, and hopefully I can get the book of Mark looked up for you. So be patient with me, please. please be patient with me. I need to get to the book of Mark here and okay, Mark 2. Hang on just a second here. We're trying to. All right, it comes from Mark 4, verse 35 through 41. On the day of the evening, he come to see them. Said, let's go across to the other side. Leaving the crowd, they with took him with them on the boat, and just as he was in the other boats were with them, a great windstorm arose. Waves were breaking into the boat and already filling, but the stern, but he was in the stern asleep, cushioning him, and they woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care that we're perishing?" And he awoke, rebuked the wind and the sea. "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said to them, "Why are you afraid? You still have no faith." And they were filled with great fear, said to one another, "Who then is this? Even the winds and sea obey him." So pretty much this was about Jesus calming the storm. And really it comes back to the book of Mark, and it was really good that it came back to the book of Mark, and definitely one that. Also, one of the things detail I want to talk about is we also learned about honeybees, how we saw the bigness of God in the smallest things by talking about honeybees. And our friends of Buzz of Griffies were down at Journey today, and it was really good. And I thought, boy, there's a lot of details about the honeybee that we probably don't think about. We don't think about how these honeybees make honey, or how do the honeybees make their hives. All that stuff that we don't always focus on, that was talked about today in Magnify BBS, is about honeybees. And we learned a lot of things out of that by seeing the bigness of God and the smallest things. And the bees were one of the smallest things we looked at the bigness of God for, and how God made the bees and how he made the honeybees provide honey for everybody. And God did create the honeybees to make honey. And there's a whole lot of those, and we got to see a really good beehive today at BBS. It was closed, so don't worry, no one got stung. But yes, my challenge to the viewers today, Brian Myers podcast. What is the bigness of God in the smallest things? Can you get a glance in? Can you look in through the nature? And if you have seen something of the bigness of God in the smallest things, write in the comments. Say what thing caught your eye? What creature caught your eye? That's the bigness of God in the smallest of things. And I love to hear from you. I love to hear from you on that one. So with that, I mean, it was a great second day of Vacational Bible School. We learned about bees today. We learned about how Jesus calmed the storm. And I think that's really the message today, is how Jesus calmed the storm today. And I hope you get inspired by this message. But again, if you have noticed the bigness of God and the smallness of things, whether it's a creature, something you don't look at every day, comment on it. Let me know. Let me know if there's something you caught of the bigness of God in the smallest of things. Because that's the theme of Mega 5 BBS this year, is discovering the bigness of God in the smallest of things. And I hope to see every student back at Mega 5 BBS tomorrow, 6:15. Volunteers, don't forget that supper starts at 5:15 tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. This is Brian Miser signing out for the Brian Miser Podcast.